With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You a runner, motherfucker, high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker, never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar.
Come on!
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. It's Friday. We made it, right? Yep. Smash the like button. Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. It's cold outside. See, we got the building. G. McCall, Jalen Hudson, Andrew Gray, my brother Thomas in the building. What's good? The Village Brother, Comic Cons, my brother Act. What's good? Black Greatness, Eric Jordan, early in that super chat. Much love. He said, yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Yes, sir. Salute to you, good brother. Yo. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. No smoke. What's good? Eric Jordan, Joseph Wiggins, Jake, Rod Neal, Snoopy Mac, Willie Lowe in the building. Salute. Cortez Bowles, what's good? Grand Rapids, salute. True Boxing Night in the building, Mr. Shelton. Edgar Chavez, what's going on? Unique Dawn. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Salute to Barack Obama. Yeah. Yeah, salute to the mighty LDBC. What if y'all pulled up and Barack was on my show? What would y'all say? Crazy, right? Oh man, so today we're just going to discuss everything wrong in boxing. Laugh out loudly. James Doon, what's going on? You know what's crazy about people that you see doing wrong? You ever thought about it? They think they're right. That's why. Make sense? Does that make sense? You understand what I just said? When you see people doing wrong, they're doing it because they think they're right. They don't care. Mr. Ishmael, salute. Does that make sense? Jay Grant, what's going on? That makes sense? I made peace with that back in like 1985. I remember having a conversation with an adult, and I'm watching G.I. Joe. Sitting in the living room watching G.I. Joe, and I'm like, I understand that this could never happen. You know, Cobra. I said, you know, this is fantasy. There can never be a terrorist organization that just wants to blow things up and take over the world. That can never happen, because people just know that, you know, enough bombs will kill us. Anwar Willer, salute. Just enough bombs and poison, and you know, I mean, at the end of the day, if you blow up enough stuff, we won't be able to live on this planet. It just doesn't make sense. And the adult looked at me. I forgot. It might have been my aunt, because I wasn't home. I might have been at my aunt's house. Cassandra, salute. Might have been my aunt. No doubt, James. And she said, well, when you get older and learn about what's going on in the world, you might change your mind. Because understand, every bit of entertainment is spun off of something in real life. Either it's happening or it's a possibility of happening. Bob, what's good? Rick Blackwell, MJ Total Health and Wellness. And I said, huh? And as I got older, I said, Cobra is absolutely real. But watch this. Who's Cobra? Is it those cats in the Middle East? Or is it the United States? Who's Cobra? Who's G.I. Joe? I mean, think about what I just said. Allegedly, we live in the greatest country in the world. But go ask other countries about us. I mean, think about it. Your kids right now, do they know about Hiroshima? Ronaldo, what's good? Do you know what that was? CB Sports, my brother. We dropped a bomb on their ass. You seen video, but you don't know, bro. Yo, Joe, really? Tay, future ex-wife, salute. That was sick. Y'all seen pictures, but y'all really don't understand. Some of y'all don't understand. That's crazy. That shit melted people. We bombed their ass, and now they make cell phones. We've done things so bad that Demon in the building. We've done things so bad that China put forth a 100-year plan to get us back, and they're not launching one bomb at us. This 100-year plan is in effect, and it's doing us in right now. What are you talking about, Drew? TikTok. They're fucking us off right here. Everything we take advantage of, this internet this YouTube right now. Yeah. They said, yo, okay, there's other ways to get their ass. They're bankrupting us. How much money are we in debt to China? The world is getting us back. You know, I can't deny or confirm any of this, but you know how many governments we've toppled from the inside out? We've sent people into people's government and messed it up on the inside. And Judah, what up? So who's Cobra and who's G.I. Joe? In other words, people don't know what they don't know. And if I talk to anyone that's alive that lived in that era, they say, yo, man, Pearl Harbor was a sucker move. It was. When I was little, Every now and again, my school, I don't think they would ever do something like this. I don't know. I don't know. Had a guy come into my school. I was a kid, and he was one of the guys at Pearl Harbor. And he was telling the story. I don't know why the fuck they would allow some guy to tell that horrific story to a bunch of kids. But they did. And I didn't. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't care. But looking back, I was like, what the hell? I saw the movie years ago, King Bonnie, Robert Singleton, salute. I said, yo, damn. The Japanese snuck in, flew low under radar, and bust our ass. I was like, Jesus Christ. And at the end of the movie, the Japanese general said, I think we awoke this a sleeping giant. And then a couple of years later, we dropped the atomic bomb on their ass. Tay D, Kevin Dunbar, salute. I was like, ooh. I mean, there was nothing we could resolve over some dinner or something. I mean, we couldn't like sit down and like, look, nigga, I don't like you, man. But you know, what we got going on, man? I don't want to have to send soldiers in here. You got to send soldiers in here, and you know, people dead. And come on, let's not do that. Let's work this out. We couldn't do that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Callie, that's a damn good fight. We're gonna get to that. Tony G, main biker, salute. Daniel Mitchell, what's going on? I was like, damn. But I guess the Japanese thought they were right. And a lot of cats don't understand every action has a reaction. But they did what they did, and they never thought. They said, oh, okay, they're gonna fly some planes over and, you know, missiles. And no, we dropped a bomb on their ass. That was crazy. Hen Dog, salute. Yeah, exactly, Hen Dog. When you get older and start learning, salute, sis. You're like, yo, T Hunt, what's going on? You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who's Cobra? Who's G.I. Joe? So what I'm saying is, when you see people doing certain things or you hear certain things, it's like either they really just don't care. Oh, Jesus. That's crazy. Rod, what's good? People don't really know they're wrong. And there's just people that don't give a shit. Which brings us to this morning's topic. Read the super chat real quick. The Village Brother, salute to you, good brother. He said the entire continent of, oh, bro, that's a whole day show right there. The entire continent of Africa has been purposely held back just to keep the certain powers at B in power. Look up Nigerian Biafra War. Listen, that continent is so rich in resources. That's why everyone's flocking over there. Bro, I could do a whole show on that. I'm annoyed. But salute, Village Brother. Salute. My God. Wait, what is that? The Biafra War? I'm gonna look that up. Louis Hinton. Shamal, Coach Amber, salute. Picasso, TD Harden. Marco in the building, salute. Anthony, what's going on? Vince, what's going on? So this is where I come back to the boxing part. Jeff Spark, my brother, what's good? I come back to the boxing part because I see the community is split. The community is split. And you know, I was listening to our brother BFTB yesterday, And I am completely convinced I'm beyond right and wrong with this. I just think some of you cats are flat out retarded or yo, in this era of information, to be ignorant is a choice. There's too much info. See, back in the day, and for those of you who are in your 40s, some of you in your 30s, do you remember for information you had to get off your ass and go to the library? Do you remember encyclopedias? Now you have the whole shit in your hand. It's called a cell phone. It's called Google. Everything is there. Stormy, salute. To be ignorant is a choice at this point. And what I'm seeing is that when the facts are all out, some of you would rather be wrong and strong. Here's what I found, and here's what I'm willing to make a bet. Who was in BFTV's chat yesterday night?
Not me.
Bro, Mr. Blab, salute. A lot of y'all were there.
Oh yeah, he talked. I did jump in for a second. He talked to Haney.
He was talking about the situation.
But yeah, Bill jumped in with him. Bill Haney.
Yeah. I miss bits and parts because I'll be at work, and I like jump off the bus and then listen for like 10 minutes and then jump. You know what I'm saying? I can't be listening on the bus and shit. But that dude, and I'm using him as an example. I'm not trying to drag him or nothing, but I went back and forth with him briefly in the chat. So I'm not trying to snake him or talk behind him back. I'm just saying what happened. I had a little bit of a conversation, I had a dialogue with him in his chat. That dude, Black Truth, he calls them Black Lives. Black Lives Matter. That's a classic example of a nigga being wrong and strong. I'm over this. I'm just gonna say it. If somebody called Marco,
What's up?
I call you on the phone, right? Hey Marco, I don't know. Yo, Eddie Murphy's making a comeback doing stand-up. I understand he wants to come to your club. Can you dig up maybe 50 racks so he could do a 20-minute set? And your response would be what?
50?
Yeah, 50
No.
racks just for a 20-minute set. No?
No.
All right. Okay, that's cool. I'll talk to you later. Now, I'm calling you about Eddie Murphy. Wouldn't you believe that I would have something to do with Eddie Murphy? Because I'm calling you, correct?
Right.
Now, what if you find out Joe Schmo in Queens, who is your rival comedy club, bags up Eddie Murphy, or he's in talks with Eddie Murphy, but Eddie Murphy just told him, hey man, I just wanted 10 racks. Then what? Wouldn't you call me back and be like, yo, nigga, what the fuck? Well, minus the N-word. Be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You told me 50 racks. Why is he telling me 50 racks but tells this motherfucker 10? But I don't answer my phone. And then you find out that Eddie Murphy's people are on a podcast saying, Marco never talked to us. Marco never talked to us. What is he? He never talked to anybody that does business with us. We never spoke to him. We didn't went to work with him. We never spoke to him. wouldn't you call me back and be like, yo, why would you talk to me about his business and they don't even fuck with you like that?
Mm-hmm.
This is the exact situation with Bill and Peter Kahn and Subaru Matias. The bottom line is Peter called Bill talking about Matias' business. Come to find out he had nothing to do with the business.
You know what I heard? Kind of off topic, but I was talking with Regis's strength and conditioning coach, Evans Tobler, and he told me that Matchroom now is trying not to pay them because Regis was supposed to get a cut off of the tickets sold, and they're trying to tell them that it wasn't sold out. And Tobler, he was like, I was there. There was not one seat. Like, so they're trying to.
Who's trying to?
Matchroom.
Matchroom is trying to tell who?
Trying to tell Regis and his people that Regis is not going to get the amount of money that he was supposed to get from ticket sales because it didn't hit the number it should have hit. But they're telling me they were there and they're like, it was packed to the ceiling. So, yeah. So now they're not going to get, because Matchroom trying to say that it didn't hit the numbers it's supposed to hit in terms of ticket sales, not pay-per-view, but just seats in the actual venue.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, you know,
that's kind of crazy though.
It's crazy, but I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't. I don't know nothing about that.
And it's like, and what do you do if you're Regis? Like, how are you going to prove? How do you prove that there was people there besides saying I saw it? You know what I mean? That you're kind of just screwed.
What's in writing? Well, I'm sure it's documented inside the building.
Right, but that's all Matchroom's numbers. How does Regis go and prove? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to slide them,
the building keeps count of people inside.
Right.
By way of the seats. So
right, but Regis's people don't have privy to any of that. They just have to go with what Matchroom says. They don't have access to those documents or to whatever.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe they would if they look for it. I don't know. But he seemed pretty frantic. Like, yo, we're not gonna get paid now. Like, I don't know how to prove it, but
yeah, that's hearsay. But I ain't gonna call anybody a liar. But documentation beats conversation. If it was sold out and it says you get a percentage of seat sales, and they go to the Chase people who own the arena and says how many seats were sold, everything was sold.
That's
okay, so according to what it says right here, I get a percentage of what's here. So give me my money.
Yeah, well, maybe they didn't think. He was just like kind of frantic, like, yo, they're saying it wasn't enough people, and I saw that there was enough people. But yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe he should go and contact them and find out for sure.
Yeah, contact them, and then that's Matchroom. That's Matchroom with their bullshit.
Right.
Now I'm glad you said that, because now that you said that, today, somebody's gonna make a video about what you just said. I promise you, somebody's gonna talk about it today.
I mean,
and somehow it's gonna be Bill's fault. I promise you, somehow it's going to be Bill's fault. Now, what you just said has nothing to do with Bill.
No.
You said Matchroom.
Yeah.
You said Matchroom. It has nothing to do with Bill. Yeah, but Bill probably signed the contract. Please. I'm telling you, it's blame a Bill day. It's blame a Bill. Everything is blame Bill. You know what I'm saying? If Iraq runs up in here and starts shooting people in New York right now, it's Bill Haney's fault.
I gotta blame Marco. I got a question. I put up this video. I'm curious your thoughts. At 154 pounds, prime Marvin Hagler, who did fight at 54 a couple times. 154 Marvin Hagler versus Terrence Bud Crawford at 154. Who wins?
At 54?
At 54. Both of them switch hitting. I just did a video about how, like, they were, and you should watch this video because Marvin Hagler kabox. I found up some old sparring footage of him. This motherfucker was bouncing on his toes, boxing. I couldn't believe it, doing his Ali shit. Hagler. I mean, you should see the video. The shit that he was doing, I was like, wow, like he didn't do that in his pro fights, really. But anyway,
is it blasphemous to? You know what? It's not blasphemous to bet against Hagler. I'm gonna go with Hagler. You know why? I'm gonna go with Hagler because, yep, I've never seen Hagler buzz. We've seen Bud buzz.
I want people to understand something. If you ever want to see all of the hope drain out of a man's face, watch the fight where Mugabe lands the hardest shot possible on Hagler, and Hagler just stare at him. Yep. And Mugabe's face was like, well, this isn't fucking happening.
Bro, y'all had to live through that era to understand how crazy that was. Coach Amber in that super chat salute, she says, what is the Dewey Decimal System? He said for $500, Drew. The Dewey Decimal System. Hey, yo, listen, for y'all that don't know, I was a kid. John the Beast Mugabe was supposed to be heir to the throne because Marvin was already old and on his way out.
They thought. And they brought in Mugabe. Now, let me tell you how different things are. 1 second, Mark. I'm sorry. Take over for us. I'm good. What happened? Getting a call? Yeah, so you guys in the chat, I'm seeing what people are saying. I think Hagler, you should, guys, go to my YouTube and watch that video. Hagler is dancing. I'm talking about on his toes, dancing, sticking his head out on his Sugar Ray Leonard shit. Well, they fought each other, and that's kind of, but you get what I'm saying. He was dancing. I couldn't believe it. He didn't just have to be the forward pressure fighter that we remembered. He was dancing. Crazy.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so Mugabe was heir to the throne. And he was steamrolling everybody. John the Beast Mugabe. And the young kid on the block, because at the time he was a young kid on the block, he got in there with Marvin Hagler. And after a while, it looked like the toughest 15-year-old on the block versus the 25-year-old that's been there, done that already. And he beat the will out of Mugabe. And it was a point in that fight where Mugabe threw everything at him, and Marvin was just sitting up there like, and pinging himself on the head. And it's like, my God, what do you do at that? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You lay down. Because Marvin knocked the shit out of him. And when he ain't get up, didn't Marvin go like this? I thought you was that dude. Man, Mugabe. And Mugabe was for real. And I'm going to tell you something about times. If they were around today, that fight would be, oh my God. But the way things move today, they'd have stretched that fight out, man. We would have never gotten it. We'd never have gotten it. It's ridiculous, man.
It was Hagler. You know, Hagler and Bud have a lot of similarities. You know, the will, a lot, but the chin is a big difference.
Big difference.
They both switched up. Hagler in this sparring that I put up, man, he's switching up. He was just, I couldn't believe how multi-dimensional Hagler was as a fighter, because he never really showed his boxing. He was on his toes, bouncing around. I mean, he was coming in, he was throwing punches, countering, moving out the way. Crazy how skilled he was.
He knew all of that stuff. He did just enough what he had to do to win whatever fight he was in. And
if you think about it, do you remember his promotion for the Mugabe fight, where he wore that hat that said war?
War, yeah.
That was one of the OG, I guess, build-ups, like smart, well put together build-ups. You know, I always thought that Marvin Hagler was one of those dudes that was just so vicious that his popularity was more from what he did in the ring. But a lot of what he did to promote the fight was subtle, but it worked, because he looked like fucking gangster, but then he worked. I mean, he goes, what's his line? He goes, the only thing on my mind is war. He goes, I am starving the doubt and feeding the what did he say? Feeding the desire. He said some shit like that, some crazy poetic shit, and I was like, wow. Starving the doubt, feeding the desire. Whew.
Marvin, they don't make them like that anymore.
No.
They really don't. And but you know, salute to Bud though. Bud will be in the fight until, and that's another thing. Get any throwback fight, give me 15 rounds. I don't want to hear it. Any throwback fight, give me 15 rounds. And it wouldn't be easy. Bud will be in the fight until he wouldn't be in the fight. He'll be in the fight until he wouldn't be in the fight.
Yeah, yeah. It would be rough because Marvin would be switching on him too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because has he ever fought anybody who's going to switch on him?
I don't recall. But it would be a damn good fight though. It would be a damn good fight. Similar in size. And Bud has an engine. I've never seen him like gas out. The only thing is I've seen him hurt, and that's why I give the edge to Marvin. I think late in the fight he'll start walking him down and he'll land something eventually. But Bud will have a lot of moments where he'll be out boxing Marvin. He'll have a lot of moments.
Yeah, he's faster than Marvin.
Yeah. 88 Sports Talking that super chat. So he said Duran versus Mugabe was good ass fight, man. They were trading heavy leather. Just Duran was a dog and outlasting him. Yeah, I think that Hagler fight knocked some years off of Mugabe. It really did, man. It really did. George, what's good, George?
And boxing's so weird. Like, what do you call it? The triangle theory or whatever? Like, Duran lasted all 15 or whatever it was with Hagler. I don't think Hagler really hurt him. Yet, Hearns knocks Duran out, and Hagler knocks Hearns out.
Wait. You said, idiot, you said Duran versus Mugabe?
They didn't fight, did they?
No. Didn't he fight, I think Iran Barkley, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't Duran, it was Iran Barkley.
Yeah, I think he fought Mugabe.
No, it was Iran Barkley. I'm sure it was Iran Barkley. I'm sure it was. It wasn't Duran. It was Iran Barkley. Iran Barkley. I met him once, man.
Barkley, I met him a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, he Yeah, George. You mean Duran versus Barkley? Duran versus Barkley. I remember when Iran Barkley was on the Howard Stern show. That was a moment. Hold up, wait, Stormy got to get in this. Yeah, Iran's from the Bronx. That's why. Stormy Beeman says, "Hold up, you experts. If Duran could go up 15 pounds with Hagler, Bud would have a chance to decision him. Bud is more talented and smarter than Duran."
I don't know, but I mean, Bud has a chance, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
I think Bud is based off of what we've seen. Bud is more talented than Duran.
Lightweight Duran? I don't know.
Well, we talking about 54.
Yeah. I mean, Duran was one of those freaks that went up so much weight. You know, he kept going.
Yeah. I have to agree with that. Yeah. What George say? George says Hagler fought very tentatively against Duran. He changed that up when he fought Hearns. Hagler batted Duran the last 2 rounds. If he fought like that early, it could have been different.
Maybe.
Man, we need to do a throwback show.
I'm up in that. In that.
Yeah, we definitely. that's definitely right up our alley. We need to connect on Stormy's live and do a throwback show.
Yeah, I'm all on that, man. There's so many fighters people don't talk about.
These are the things when this is what I miss about the 3 Wise Men of Boxing. These are things that were discussed on Stormy's show, And damn, I miss Kurt, man. Because when Kurt would talk, I have nothing to say. I just listen, for real. And salute the scrapbook. Those guys forgot more boxing than we think we know. I mean, goddamn. The knowledge, you know, so, but I definitely, you gotta remember, I was a kid watching those fights. So a lot of those fights I had to come back and rewatch when I got older so I could look at it from a critical eye. But I remember being around it, but I had to go back and watch that stuff when I was an adult. But yeah, hell yeah.
It was so many fights, man.
So many, but
I remember Michael Carbajal. You want to talk about one of the hardest punchers ever at 105 pounds?
I haven't heard that name in forever.
I've interviewed him a few times. 100, and I think he might have been 108. He was knocking people. I mean, he might be the OG knockout artist at lightweight. When I mean lightweight, I mean like anybody under, let's say up lower than lightweight even. But so like when you go below 135, you're hard pressed to find knockout artists. Career knockout artists. That's why Inoue is so popular. Prince Nassim, Carbajal. Who else?
See what George said. That they blew that call against. We call them green beans, but he dropped Bud, and Bud came back and whooped his ass. If Marvin has a moment like that anywhere in the fight against Bud, he ain't letting him off the hook, man. Marvin was finished.
Marvin was so smart, man. I urge you guys to watch that video that I put out watching Marvin's. I have old sparring clip of him, and he was so smart. He shows so much in that video. It's crazy, and he's younger. He has some hair in that video. You see it at the end.
Yeah.
He was a little. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. Yeah, so you saw the video. You saw the full one, not the short, but the
no. I saw the short.
Oh no, I got a full one that so shows the whole sparring clip, and at the end, you see. I don't think the short shows him at the very end. He daps up the sparring partner, and he has some hair, so he's younger Marvin. But wow, I found a clip of Deontay sparring. He's wearing I don't know if you've seen it. He's young, man. He's like 19 or some shit. He's real young, real skinny, and he's sparring. I don't know who it is, and it looks like they're almost wearing amateur gear, but I think they're just sparring. It's pretty crazy. Like young, like he looks like a different person. His arms are like real thin. You could tell it was a long time ago.
Was it in America?
Huh?
Was it in America? Could you tell?
I think so. I think he was sparring a black fighter. I mean, not that there's not black fighters out of America, but it seemed American. I think the people talking were in English in the background.
Yeah,
he
sparred. I think he was sparring with Hrgovic.
I saw that one, and he was just letting because Hrgovic was hitting him, but he was kind of letting him.
He was letting him. He was
going, go ahead, hit as hard as you want, baby, as hard as you want.
Yeah, that was in the David Haye camp.
Yes,
David Haye was getting ready. Who was he getting ready to fight? He was getting ready to fight.
And there's a video I saw of Wilder.
Was it Klitschko?
Yes, it was for Klitschko.
Klitschko camp?
The video I saw of Wilder, it goes, Deontay Wilder gets dropped, and it was him, one of his first fights. It's fighting some real fat dude. And Wilder kind of goes down, but the punch is thrown, he goes down, but you can't see if the punch landed, and the referee, I think, goes like this, calls it a slip. And this dude was obviously a hater who put up the video.
Stormy said Green Machine didn't present the threat Hagler presents. Bud Focused is a bad motherfucker. You down SOBs found that out in July and have
Wait a second. So, Stormy, are you saying, let's be clear here, are you saying that Bud beats Hagler 54? Because that sounds like that's what you're saying.
Wait, hold on. Now I got to get my short video that I put up. Wait, where is that? Shorts. Let me see. I got to get that for y'all. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. And this is all my footage. This is all my footage. From the fight. Beezy, what's good? Let me see. From the fight. Yo, man, had to tip your hat, man. Hold up. It's a short, so you can't pause the goddamn thing.
I never saw that angle.
I love my editing. I love my editing.
I never saw that angle.
All right, check it out.
This is yours?
Yeah, this is actually from the fight. That's my footage.
Oh, you took that.
Yeah, from my
dope.
seat.
Now, do you own this footage, or can
It's mine.
could Showtime still, since it was in their arena?
Man,
Flag
fuck Showtime. That's from the screen. I videoed that from the screen, from my seat. It's every knockdown.
Those seats don't look too bad.
That shit was crazy. This was right here. I had to, from my seat, I said, what the hell just happened? It was an uppercut.
I agree with what George Jakovich just said. I think Sugar Ray Leonard is the only guy I could possibly favor over Floyd. Possibly.
Yeah, he throws a lot of punches.
Yeah. He's the only one that maybe. And I'm not so sure even because Floyd was so good, but
Man, and still, we don't know. We don't look.
maybe Sugar Ray Robinson too, but that's a different era. So
I mean, well, we gonna find out. We gonna find out if he just had a bad night, or we gonna find out.
Ooh, Errol?
Yeah, we gonna find out because
Are we though? Because why is this fight announced already? I just thought about that the other day. I'm like,
bro, I don't know, man.
I'm not so sure that fight's gonna happen. I've been saying that from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so
Yeah.
sure that's gonna happen. I like, why? What's the holdup?
He says that, Marco, if you guys listen with with both ears and not your eyes, you see, I said Bud would have a chance, which is all great fighter, which all a great fighter needs. Didn't Ray Leonard enter with a chance against Marvin? Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it was,
Absolutely.
if I remember correctly, most people thought that Marvin was gonna stomp him out. So it was a bit of an upset. But he did have a chance, of course.
Man, you know, no one ever. Everyone is still split on that fight, man.
Have you watched it recently?
I haven't watched that fight in a while.
I think I watched it recently, and Ray did better than I thought he did. Like, Ray
Yeah.
might have actually won. I thought Hagler won the first time I watched it. I was also going for Hagler.
I've watched it a couple of times. I went with Hagler.
In a fight like that, though, whatever fighter you want to win, you're going to go for, because you can conceivably argue that either guy won.
And see, here's the thing. Back then, I wasn't, I had liked both guys. I remember my dad and my uncles, everyone was split. I mean, Team Hagler, Team Ray. Oh, man, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But even at a young age, I knew what Ray was trying to do. I would hear the corner say 30 seconds, and he'd start firing and trying to steal the round. So I knew that, and I'm like, that's kind of cheap, but is that stuff working? Is it landing? And it's...
And he was... Do you remember that one famous combo where he starts piecing them up, and Leonard's back's in the corner, and he starts throwing the crazy fast combo? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There's one punch at the very end of that combo that lands that wobbles Hagler for a second, and people don't talk about that for a second.
That was round. Oh crap! I can't think of the
He
round.
wobbles him. He hits him hard too. He goes up, and then he leaps forward and hits him with another hard one, and then right before he spins out. and Hagler gets wobbled, and he kind of throws back at him, and then I think Ray ties him up.
I'm gonna watch that fight again from start to finish.
Yeah,
Because I've watched it a few times, and I'm like, I think again, it's one of those things where I think that Sugar Ray won the drama of the fight, and he was still like the darling of the sport. And it's unfortunate because Hagler, he put in the groundwork, but he never. I heard him say this. He doesn't think he ever got the respect that he deserved for all the hard work he put in. Whereas Sugar Ray was the more, although Sugar Ray wasn't completely a marketing scheme, he could fight. He was more catered to, the Olympics and the commercials and everything else. And where Hagler was the ugly bald-headed dude that put in the work, but Sugar Ray was on the Wheaties box with the $1 million smile and all this other stuff. Not to say that he couldn't fight, but Hagler just felt he never got the respect, which is why after that fight he just said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here."
He also took 2 losses early in his career, so where Ray had the unblemished, Hagler was man, he is the cookie cutter carbon copy of a throwback fighter.
Yeah, they don't, man.
Like Arrow kind of fights like Hagler a little bit in terms of going forward, chopping down. Hagler has, I think, more tools in his toolbox. Pause. But
Arrow, if Arrow had if Arrow didn't have those habits, and I'll just say that, outside of the ring, like ballooning up, and because Hagler always stayed within range of his weight. He was that professional. A lot of these guys today, they fight at like 115, and then you see them out in the street, you're like 160. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's insane. I don't.
Yeah, fat camp.
It's insane.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Hagler was professional through and through. Even the heavyweights. I mean, just because you're heavyweight and there's no limit on it, when I see you in the street, that don't mean you got to be walking around at 300 pounds, man. If you come in and your weight is 230, God damn it, for the length of your career, you need to be walking around no heavier than 240. It shouldn't be a fat camp for a month, and then the 2 months of you working on technique. It shouldn't be that way. Salute to the brothers UK in the building. He said, no, Drew. Hagler won that fight. I still have a tear in my eye this morning. Wow. Yeah, bro, a lot of people, when they made that announcement, I remember the living room at my aunt's house was quiet.
What announcement?
When they announced the winner, they announced Sugar Ray. But I don't know, one of my uncles was pro Sugar Ray, but he was like, and my dad was pro Hagler. He was like,
why did they never rematch?
Because Hagler said, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
There's a video of them not too long after the fight. They're both at a fight ringside together talking, and they said something like, "We're gonna do a rematch." It never happened, obviously. Yeah, there's a video of it, and then they're kind of getting annoyed at each other, like they're kind of like, "Yeah, you want a rematch, but you should pull it up." They're getting kind of annoyed at each other. Ray Leonard was kind of getting more lippy to Hagler.
Yeah, Ray was trolling him for a couple of years, man.
I heard that Hagler, after that, Ray told a story that they'd be on the same elevator a couple times, and Hagler just wouldn't talk to him. He was so pissed at losing that fight.
He was mad. I heard that too. I heard he was like really mad at him.
It's like, it's not Ray's fault. You know what I mean? Like, the judges get mad at them.
I really wish we could have got a rematch, but I think Marvin walked away. He really felt disrespected at the industry as a whole.
But you know what?
As a whole, yeah.
What's better? He walks away, or he keeps fighting till he's in his 40s and takes some losses?
He walked away on his terms.
Mm-hmm.
He walked away on his terms. So, but he's an old-time great. But when he walked away, I mean, he walked away because we ain't see or hear from him.
Nothing.
I mean, we knew he was alive, but he like really didn't want anything to do with boxing.
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
people interviewed him a few times.
I'm cool with his son and his grandson. You know, I saw a video of his, and it kind of annoys me because, you know, now I can never interview him, but they go, who's the hardest? The video's kind of fucked up. It's kind of clickbait. It goes, Hagler talks about who the hardest puncher ever is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there, and the video, and the guy goes, so who's the hardest puncher you've ever been in there with? And Hagler goes, my wife. And then they kind of So it was funny, but I was kind of pissed because I'd love to hear who really was. You can't find that. There's no footage of him talking about who the hardest puncher he's ever. Like questions that we would ask him now. There's no footage of that because he did so few interviews.
Yeah, Felix, he walked all the way to his ass moved to Italy.
Yeah,
he said, I'm getting all the way away from this shit. He said, I'm done.
He was like a successful actor in Italy.
Yeah, I saw him in a movie. I said, that looked like Marvin Hagler. I was like, oh, snap, it's him. What is he doing? Crazy stuff. On Avant that super chat, he said people thought Hagler won because Leonard never heard him. Needless to say, no one ever heard him. Yeah, I've never seen him like dropped or like maybe he's gotten buzzed, but I've never seen him like. He has one of the best chins in boxing, man, and salute to Marvin, man.
Yeah, such a like you look at him. And you're such classic 80s too. His fucking the trucker hat he wore with the writing, the war, the way he dressed, man. Throws you back, right?
He was, man.
Those were the days.
Yeah, man.
Were the days.
I loved it. And plus, you ain't pay shit.
Nope.
ABC or NBC? Or was it CBS?
Yeah, 88. I don't think he got buzzed by Hearns. Didn't look like he got buzzed.
He got cut. That's what it was. He got cut real bad. But that was it.
Yeah, the only time I ever saw him take a wobble a second was that shot that Leonard landed. Just a second. But he's never been. See, because what's your definition of hurt, right? To me, hurt means you're visibly wobbled and there's a chance you can go down or the ref could stop the fight. That's hurt to me. Not when somebody gets hit and the force of the punch makes them step back for a second. That's not hurt because as long as they gather themselves and you know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
That's my definition of hurt. But some people might consider hurt if you just get hit and you get knocked back for a second.
So to bring it full circle back to how it applies to today, we get animated, and I love talking about that era, the 80s. And because it brings me back to a special time in my life. Mm-hmm. And the 80s is what made me love the sport.
Me too.
And even being in the gym. Stormy said Hagler did hit the canvas once.
There we go.
See, I didn't know that.
But you know what?
See?
To me, that's not hurt. Depends. You know what I'm saying? Like a flash knockdown isn't hurt to me. Hurt is
I got to see how he got knocked down. You know, if he got knocked down, got hurt, and then came up and recovered. All right, I got to see. Stormy, is it on YouTube? I got to see that.
Yeah, if you.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Like when Floyd went down from Zab's punch, even though they didn't rule it, he wasn't hurt.
Tough touch. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they blew the call too. They blew the call. They blew the call.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blew the call for sure.
Yeah.
Roldan, right? That's who did it.
Roldan. He stepped on his foot?
It's possible because he might have been fighting southpaw.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out. Okay, I got you. See, I didn't know that. See, I don't know everything. That's why I got you guys here. You know, I don't know everything.
I didn't know that Better Biev went down like 2 or 3 times.
To the kids coming up. Yeah, on Avant, salute, brother. He said he got dropped by Juan Roldan. Said it was a BS. He stepped on his foot. I'm gonna check that out. Joe Townsend, Copper, Juice, it's fresh. Almighty Lord, salute y'all. Salute y'all. Are there magical moments today for the kids to look at boxing and say, "Hey, man," you know what I'm saying? Are they gonna remember something? Like today, do you see any magical moments today like that?
Say again?
Like, I remember boxing, as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the gyms. I was watching it on ABC. And you remember how I used to turn the channel back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
Top Rank and Don King on 2 different channels. You know what I'm saying? Every Saturday.
I just pulled up, sorry, the Hagler drop. Can I share it? I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
How do I share?
You got to go to present.
Okay, hold on. Present, and then I do a video. Oh, share screen. Here we go.
It should come up down here.
All right, you guys see it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, here we go. Boom. Saw that?
Yeah.
Hit him on top of the head. Boom. Back at the top of the head, back of the head, and he went down. And it's fair.
It's academic. It's academic. Is there a replay?
Yeah, I'm playing it right now. You see it?
Yeah. But can you do a replay? Because I want to see the. He said he stepped on his foot.
Oh, I don't see him stepping on his foot.
Because he complains.
Yeah, he's complaining. Well, let me see. Nope. Oh, right there. You see, you can't see because the word, the Hagler, is in the way, but it looks like he might have stepped on his foot. But he hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, he's clearly not hurt.
No, look, he's like,
he's talking about, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, 10-8, man. It's academic. Did they show the replay at the end?
I don't know. Let's see. It doesn't look like it. That was the 3rd round. Nah, yeah, they don't show it.
Damn. Yeah, I'd like to see it from a different angle.
Yeah, so
he wasn't hurt, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't hurt, but I mean, those back of the head shots, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Those will fuck you up.
Yeah. So, as it applies today, when you watch boxing, are there any like magical moments, like saying like this string of fights, this will mold the kid to want to do this thing? Because I remember I went through a long stretch where I wanted to box, and it was all about boxing. You understand?
Yeah.
Are there kids coming up doing that now? Because it was more accessible for me when I was younger. Now these kids gotta wait, and they done took it off for Showtime, and HBO shut its doors, and now you legitimately have to pay to watch it. It's more scarce right now.
Mm-hmm.
And are they attracted to the sport because they have a genuine respect for it, or are they attracted to the sport because of the glamour and, you know, the Tic Tanks, the Tonka Tank fans, the Tank Franks, you know, the tattoos and the gold chains and the nigga nonsense with the fast cars and stuff?
I think it's the glamour, and it's, you know, like something about being a fighter, especially if you come from the hood, right? You get that respect. Like, I won't front, like that's one of the reasons why I did it. You know, I wanted people to know, don't fuck with me. It almost, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a mix of getting that respect, getting that, it's almost like a safety blanket. Like, you know, you're not going to be fucked with, or at least way less. And then, yeah, the glamour. I mean, who doesn't want to have nice things, have a lot of money, you know? But the problem is people don't realize such a small percentage of fighters actually make life-changing money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So to answer your question, in today's day, are there any magical moments? I mean, I don't know. Not really, but maybe the magical moment is only because you're young and that's how you perceive it when you're young. Like in the 80s, that's what we saw as children. And now as adults, nothing's as magical as when you're a kid.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. This is very, 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 very different, man. Very different. This era of fight fans is not, it's not us.
But it was also, back then we didn't have the internet, so when a fight was being promoted, everybody was able and did bond over similar things. There wasn't so much content available. You know what I'm saying? Like when a song came out, everybody heard that song. You would just talk about that song. You wouldn't have 1,000 other YouTubers, and so I feel like you know what I'm saying. You were forced to all talk about and bond over the same shit.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? With music, there was just MTV. That's what you watched. With boxing, there was just whatever, HBO and Wide World of Sports, and that's all you watch.
The association was different. It was more personal.
It was more personal, right?
More personal. I actually went outside,
right?
You know, to hang out.
When there's less to choose from, it becomes more coveted, as opposed to when there's so much to choose from, you don't appreciate it as much.
It affects the sport today. And if boxing was ever to vanish, it'll just go like that. And some motherfuckers' attention spans are so small that when it happened, y'all will beef for a week and then y'all be on to the next. And that's why this is, I'm not going to say it's concerning, because at this point things are what they are. But you see, this is why we out here pushing for the best to fight the best. So let me ask you, and I'm going to ask the chat too, what's the holdup with all these fights? Because there's a lot of great matchups.
I say this.
Go ahead.
I say this all the time. What's the holdup with getting the good fights, right? That's your question.
Mm-hmm.
I say this all the time, and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of blame Floyd and Pacquiao, because I saw, I'm not saying it didn't happen before that, but since then, a huge jump in fights not being made. People, I call it the A-side, B-side bullshit. That's what I call it.
Yeah. That's shit we didn't even mention coming up. We don't know what the fuck a A-side or B-side was.
Oh, you just wanted to fight, and like,
you just wanted to fight, yeah.
Right, and like, to me, I always say this. For example, when Shakur didn't take the 25% against Devin,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, you believe in yourself, right? Like, I'm talking to Shakur, I'm like, you believe in yourself, right? He's like, yeah, of course. You're gonna beat Devin? Yeah, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Okay. Mm-hmm. So why don't you invest in yourself? What do you mean? What do I mean? Take less money, and since you know you're gonna win, after you win, then you hold all the cards and call all the shots. That's investing in yourself. Well, I can't, I feed my family. You just do it once. I'm not saying your whole career. You just need to make that one investment, and then you become undisputed. Then you call all the shots. So,
and I didn't understand that, because at that time I said, Shakur, I never said he was a trash fighter. I just didn't like how he was behaving. And I said, that's a 50-50 fight. And plus, Devin was going to be drained, man.
Right.
That's another reason. That was the main reason why I didn't like the fight. I don't give a fuck about the money and nothing. I said, man, I don't like Devin the night before fights because he looked like Skeletor in the face. He looked seriously drained.
Yeah, so it's like...
And Shakur knew that. And I said, why won't this kid fuck the 25% for 2 seconds? First of all, that 25% was going to be... When everything came roundabout, from what I understand, it was going to be more than what he's ever made. But put that aside. It's not like he's walking away with $2. If he beat Devin, he was going to get 4 belts, fight on pay-per-view, and be the man if he beat him at drained.
It's all ego. That's all ego. Like, yeah, you're saying 25% of 100 million or whatever it is still millions. Right. Yeah, it's all ego. It's all ego, and that's the problem.
It aggravated me. And let me tell you, old media doesn't help when they do shit like this. Salute, Copper. Thank you for bringing this up. Marco, what's wrong with this list?
What is this? Male undisputed champion.
The male undisputed champs in the 4-belt era since 1988. Can you point out the discrepancy here?
There was no 4 belts in 1988.
No, since 1988.
But
can you look at the names on the list?
Okay, I'll put it. But in 1988, 4 belts. There was no 4-belt era in '88. The 4-belt era has only been recently.
Right, but stick to the names.
Okay.
Since the 4-belt era.
Haney, Charlo, Kambosos, Canelo, Taylor, Teo, Usyk, Crawford, Jermaine Taylor wasn't the 4-belt era champion, was he?
Yeah, because he beat Bernard.
So
that's correct.
So the discrepancy, I actually don't know.
You don't see it?
Kambosos?
That's right.
He wasn't a 4-belt era champion?
Nope. And there's one more person on there.
Teo never had 4 belts, did he?
Thank you. why they.
Nick
And this
Allen
was
had 4 belts.
this is see. Now you see, you see, and this is what they put out.
Who put this out?
This was ESPN. This was on television.
Hmm.
All right, and I took a picture of this because I was reading it and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. That is impossible. Teofimo Lopez beat the midget Lomachenko. Beat him. But there was no WBC strap in that scenario. It was the franchise status, which has since disappeared.
Right.
George beat Tio. How the fuck are they on the list? But neither one of them beat Devin. Tio never fought Devin, and George lost to Devin twice.
Oh, they have him at lightweight. That's right. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just lied to the people.
I also
Now someone will argue me down and I'll pull this up and they'll say, see, and I'm like, no.
Also, in '88, nobody gave a fuck about the WBO belt, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's something different. But there's 2 names on here that shouldn't even be here. Everyone else is correct. But this hurts the sport. Shit like this. This right here, a casual will come into my chat and argue me down. And then I'll show them this, and they'll say, well, look, it says right here. Wrong. Because then I'll ask them, where's the franchise status right now as we speak? Listen. Steve Espinoza told me he heard that Mauricio Sillyman is getting rid of him. Because it served its purpose. And what was the purpose? It was around just long enough to prevent Jamal from fighting Canelo when we wanted it, and from Devin Haney fighting Lomachenko when we wanted it 4 years ago. See, shit like that hurts the sport. It really hurts the sport. And again, we're at an era right now where when things don't happen when we want it, because we're in a microwave society, which means we want it now. When things don't happen when we want it, we always look to point the finger at something or someone. I'm gonna show you how ridiculous it is. Leading up to the Bud versus Errol fight, when Bud took that fight in between where his gloves bust with Black Prime, motherfuckers was running around YouTube blaming Blue Blood as to the reason why Bud didn't fight Errol right then and there. And I'm like, are y'all for real? What the fuck? Blue was actually talking to the man and giving us information on the spot. And somehow, and then you had people saying, oh, he ain't running the Bud at no 7-Eleven. What does he get by lying to the people? What would he get out of that? And it's like a lot of you cats, y'all are just angry because you want to be angry. I had a dude, one of my earliest subs, he was a wrench. He went off on me in the chat, typing in caps, saying, yo, do you need my number? I could tell you to your face, ain't nobody scared of you. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. Motherfuckers doing whole live streams about Blue. Like, it was his fault. He co-conspired with Black Prime because he's getting paid millions of dollars. Now you see, he has a super chat trick. I mean, all of this stuff, it was crazy. Say, what the fuck is this? It was wild. And people have gotten so sensitive. This is the most sensitive bunch of people to be supporters of a contact sport like boxing. Not all of you, but some of you are some of the most sensitive people I've ever seen. Now look, I get very animated. BFTV gets very animated. We've seen Black Fight Fan get animated. We've seen 78 get animated. But I come from an era where I'll be in a room playing cards, playing dominoes, eating food, drinking. Some of them smoking. I never smoked. And we just get loud and screaming at each other over the NBA or football. Oh, yeah? Stormy, you got to get that gram up, brother. Got to get that gram up. Hell yeah. And we're men. We just talk like that. It could sound like an argument. Hell, it could turn into a heated discussion. It could. But that's how we do. But some cats will jump in the chat and it'll go from boxing to pull up. Pull up where, nigga? You never even left your state. You live in Kentucky somewhere. Talking about pull up. Pull up, what are you talking about, dude? We talking about these fighters. We're talking about these fighters. Now, I will admit, it'll get a little more personal when we have to defend a fighter that we have a personal relationship with, like the Haneys, like Deontay. You know what I'm saying? Like Elijah Pierce, Tay Jones. But the facts are the facts. If there's something I don't understand, I'll be like, yo, look, I don't understand. But if it's something that I know about, I'll tell you, no. It's not what you think. It's this. I had a dude flat out, I screenshot it. I said, yo, are you trolling right now? Are you for real? And I said, yo, pull up tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Obviously, there's something bothering you. And it was fuck you, and you stand in the pocket for blue because both of you niggas from New York. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I realized, oh shit, he's retarded. He's retarded. Because I'm reading him. I'm like, maybe he got fat thumbs, but this is incoherent. I mean, mad misspelled words, and there was no autocorrect anyway. I said, what's wrong with this dude? Oh, he's retarded. See, I can't tell who's retarded by, you could type a sentence, but I'd have to, and salute Marco, he had to go. I can tell that when there's something wrong with somebody. You could barely tell by reading. You won't know until you meet them face to face. So far, to the brothers and sisters I've met, y'all normal. You know, so far. But some of you dudes are just like out of your mind. Some people need a scapegoat. Y'all was blaming Blue. Well, how about now? Because the fight done happened. I thought he stopped it. I thought he stopped the fight. The fight done happened. Now we're looking at a rematch. So what happened? Y'all over that now? All right, cool. Let's move on. So, you know, now all of this blame Bill energy. You dudes might be gay. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You dudes might be like part of that community. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's become, well, a lot of it is, it's popular to be anti what we say and what we do. We support the Haneys. It's popular to go against the grain. I get it. I get it. But you got to stand on it. You got to stand on it. And I look back at this Peter Kahn thing. It's amazing. Everybody that has something to say about that, y'all were on it. Bill spoke to Fight Hype. And he mentioned Peter Kahn's name. I didn't even know who he was. Next thing you know, he comes on my show last Sunday. He says it. I clipped it and uploaded it in a short video. And I said, Matthias ducks Devin Haney. I have people telling me, I got to do more research. No, the fuck I don't. Bill said that, not me. I was minding my own business. Bill pulled up. He gave us the information, and that was it. Why do I have to research it? He said it. I clipped it, put up in a short video, 160 comments right now on that video. Bill's lying, Bill's cap, Bill's lying, Bill's cap. And then when we get to the root of it, the scenario I gave Marco early in the show, no one's asking, why the fuck would a dude that has nothing to do with a team call up Bill and talk business that he has nothing to do with? That's the story. That's the story. I said, wait a minute, that is weird. First it was, Bill knew who to call. He knew who to call. Okay. So if he called Peter Khan, obviously Peter Khan is the person in charge, right? Well, no. I said, okay, so why'd he call him? Because Bill's cap. I said, but wait a minute. Bill called him for no reason. He called him to talk business about a guy that has nothing to do with his team, with Matias' team. Oh, because that's just Bill being Bill. What are you talking about? Yeah, Peter, what's up with the Matias fight? I don't work with Matias, Bill. You know that. Good win though. Should have been a 2-second conversation. But no. This is if Bill called Peter. Hey, Peter, what's up with the Matias fight? Yeah, they want $4 million. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Gets off the phone. My thing was, if he has nothing to do with it and Bill called him, why is he talking on behalf of Matias' team? He has nothing to do with Matias' team. Now, I don't know who the fuck Peter Khan was. Then come to find out, Peter called Bill. That made it worse. Why are you talking business with something that you have nothing to do with? Who in the chat would speak on the behalf of someone that you have nothing to do with? The only thing that I could think of was what BFTB said in that video. And I'm so glad. The only reason why I didn't do my video was because BFTB did it already. By the time I got to work and heard his, I said, I ain't got to do shit. This video covers everything and more, because he had shit on there that I didn't even have and more. Perfect. I ain't gotta do anything else. Go to BFTB's video. The one he put up yesterday about the Matias situation. Perfect. I ain't gotta do shit else. Who does shit like that? But better question. Now that the truth is out, we learned that Peter Khan called Bill and he lied. He lied to Bill. And all Bill did was talk about what he was told after a man called him saying that he was in business with Subriel Matias. I don't know how the fuck y'all blame Bill for that, but whatever. Hatred. It's hatred. So Bill's called a liar after being lied to? What the fuck? Did y'all hear what I just said? Bill's called a liar after being lied to. Thomas, if I told you, hey man, 78 Sports TV is gonna give me $1,000 on Monday, and I'm gonna split it with you and give you $500. And then you speak to 78. He's like, yo, it's Monday. You know, Drew said he's gonna give me $500. 78's like, yeah, okay. But he can't give it to me until you give him the $1,000 you said you was gonna give him. What? Give him $1,000, nigga. We never had that conversation. No, but in Thomas, you're like, yo, I need that 500. I gotta pay some bills, but he can't give me the 500 until you give him the 1,000. Wait a minute. I never told Drew that I was giving him $1,000. What are you talking about? Thomas calls me back. Yo, I'm waiting on this $500, but you said you was getting it from 78. And what's up? Oh, no, Thomas, I was bullshitting you. And then Thomas gets on YouTube and starts blaming 78. Now, Drew said that he was giving me 500 from the 1,000 that 78 was getting, but Drew was bullshitting, but 78 should have still gave him that $1,000. That's what this is. 78 had nothing to do with it, right? But I lied on him, but it's still his fault. I lied on him, but it's still his fault. Blame the victim. Blame the victim. Shorty went out, and wherever she was at, it was a little late, and on the way home, some dudes jumped her. She gets raped. She wobbles into the police station, and what do they say? Well, you know, you's a size 8, but that dress says size 6. You shouldn't have had that on. You're blaming the victim. Why? Hatred. Hatred. The reality is, when it came out that Peter Kahn is out of his fucking mind, everybody wants to be wrong and strong. This is what we call, pay attention, y'all, cognitive dissonance. Let's read as a family. Cognitive dissonance is a theory in social psychology. It refers to the mental conflict that occurs when a person's behaviors and beliefs do not align. It may also happen when a person holds two beliefs that contradict one another. You love boxing. You claim you want to see the best fights. But if those best fights happen and the person you support doesn't win, your core beliefs will prohibit you from accepting what you've seen. Do you understand? Bill got lied to. And when the truth came out, and let me add, he ended up speaking to the right people. And what happened, y'all? He said, all right, the Peter Kahn shit happened. The motherfucker lied to me and whatever, but that's done. But now I'm talking to y'all. What the Peter Kahn's camps, what the Matias camp say? They got an offer, 1.5 from Teofimo Lopez. Bill was like, how much y'all want? Blah, 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 yakety schmackety. We got to wait until next week to see what they want, right? Right. So instead of people saying, oh, okay, it's not cap. Bill wants to smoke. Devin wants to smoke. Instead of saying, yo, I like how Devin's moving. This is the boogeyman. He wants to smoke. Instead of saying that, go to my comment section. Bill's cap. Okay, he got lied to by a dude on some maniac shit, inserting himself in business that he had nothing to do with. But y'all don't want to talk to him. You could pull him up on BoxRec. He works with Xander Zayas. Be afraid. Be very afraid. This guy's calling people that he has nothing to do with. He's inserting himself in business he has nothing to do with. That makes me nervous. He has an email and a phone number on BoxRec. Go contact if you care. Excuse me, why would you call Bill Haney about Super El Matias business and you have nothing to do with him? Just ask him that. That's a fair question. Why the fuck would he call Bill? Got Bill telling Fight Hype. Got Bill on my platform saying that. Come to find out that Peter Kahn is a maniac. That's the maniac. But y'all don't want to do that because your core beliefs will prohibit you from saying, you know what, Bill was right on this. You want to blame the victim. So Bill's a liar because he got lied to. He's at fault for spreading a lie. No, what he was doing was spreading what he thought was real information. Yo, we talked to Sabria's team. I'm saying Sabrel Matias' team. We spoke to the team. We're trying to make that fight. Yay! This is what boxing wants, right? And then Matias' team says, yo, no. Peter Conner work with us. Oh, Bill's cap! But then when you find out the truth, now you got to say, yo, that wasn't Bill's fault. You can't do it. Cognitive dissonance. You can't do it. You refuse to do it. That's scary. That's everything wrong in boxing. It's man down over here. I'm still rolling with Errol in the rematch, whenever it happens. But I just played what I saw from my seat. Errol got his ass whooped. I heard some things behind the scene. If Errol's not going to speak on it, I'm not going to make no videos about it. If Errol's not going to speak on it, whatever. Y'all know that man ain't sparred for 6 weeks. To me, that says injury. But if I'm not clear on what it is, I ain't speaking on it. It's like, whatever, man. Okay. He got his ass in there. If you was hurt, postpone the fight. It's not like these fighters don't postpone fights all the time. Mac of the South, salute. I'd be cool with it. Cognitive dissonance. That's everything wrong in boxing. Some of you cats need a villain. You need to point the finger. You pointed it at Blue Blood. You point at Bill every 5 fucking minutes. But how'd you feel now that he pulled up? I think it was on the Boxing Voice and got it right. Now we gotta wait till next week. How's that for Cap? How's that? Stop it. Stop it, man. But y'all not gonna stop. Because y'all like being wrong and strong. I exonerate myself on my show daily by saying, even earlier today, I don't know everything. Boom. I'm not a boxing almanac. I can get dates wrong. I can get the outcome of fights wrong. Guess what? I'm fucking human. I'm a guy from the Bronx who loves boxing, and the sport don't love me back. Although they gave me a very good year this year. Didn't get everything we wanted, but we had a very good year. We had a very good year. Outstanding. And next week, ending it with a bang. That's a blockbuster heavyweight card. And you see, this is another thing. I don't fuck with Ryan Garcia, but he did something good last week. And I spoke on it. And I said he was right saying what he said to Oscar and B-Hop. If he felt that way, he was right. And he performed. And I gave him full credit. It's man down over here. But Bud whooped those ass. And I put in the video, full credit. I ain't taking shit from him. Bud's a Hall of Famer. But when I see BS, I'm going to call it out. If you go to my short video, there's 1,001 people attacking Bud. What's wrong with boxing? You niggas. You non-father having ass niggas. You Devin Haney hating ass niggas. You Tank Frank niggas. Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with y'all. He get it out the mud. I'm going to get it out the mud. You have a silver spoon in your mouth. I came from the hood. Baltimore, baby. I ain't had no brothers and sisters. I had 2 roaches and the niggas had names. Nino and Bino. If you left the cornflakes open too long, that shit turned to goddamn Raisin Bran, motherfucker. Me and my mama had to alternate. 2 pairs of jeans. I got it out the mud, nigga. I got it out the mud, my nigga. Yeah, nigga. Fuck that. I keep it real. Get your fucking ass in the ring, Tank. Stop playing with everybody. Get in the ring, man. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about how you, like I said, go to Greenwich, Connecticut right now. With all those white boys, those millionaires, they will fuck you up. Because all of those kids in the last 3 decades have become fascinated with MMA. All of those kids all those kids know how to roll around on the ground and break your shit up. They're worth millions of dollars. They go to these Ivy League schools, and you look at their ears, they got cauliflower ears. And they be like 16 years old. All of them wrestle, drink beer, and do jujitsu. Hey, come on, peckerhead. Hey, come on. What's going on? What's going on, black guy? You think I'm scared of you? With your project and roaches? Let's go. And they will fuck you up. How's that for hood? They will bend you into a pretzel and mail you back to the trap where you represent. Those white boys will fuck you up. Only thing you can probably do is outsmoke them. You probably can't do that. They smoke weed with you too. The difference is when you bust a gun and get caught, you'll go to jail. They'll get off. Because their guns are registered. How about that? Yeah, Brandon, you know what time it is? 502 King. If Bill said they want Matias, they want him. That's it. If he went and spoke to them, that means they want him. That's it. That's it. Bill going in that direction, that's what they want. I'm not thinking nothing else. If he said his name, he wants him. They said Tank's name, he wants him. Tank, understand, and I did a video about this yesterday. Devin Haney was not supposed to happen. Niggas is saying he went to 140 and now he's trying to weight bully him and say, okay, well, what about now? Why y'all acting like Devin wasn't in goddamn 135 for like, what, 9 years? How about this? Let's keep it simple. He was in at 135 for the last 4 years. And thanks to A-Side, he never said his name. Why not? Instead of Devin, instead of Shakur, who also has nothing lined up, what is he giving you? He's giving you the Dominican Republic. He's giving you Puerto Rico. He's giving you Mexico. What? He's not giving you anybody from the trap. Shut up, man. Ray Robinson said, I feel you, Drew. He said, I feel, Drew. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for several years, and our gym is 97% white. Some of the most unassuming looking white boys are tough as hell. Thank you. Go on and fuck with those white boys if you want. They will put you in a knot. This ain't the 80s where they get all scared and run from you. They actually look for the smoke. Why are you in jiu-jitsu class? Hey, man, I got to travel through the city. I don't want some black guy coming up on me. Yeah, exactly. These guys, these are not the white guys you used to, motherfucker. No. Don't get it twisted. They will beat your ass. As a matter of fact, watch this. As a matter of fact, just because you grew up in a trap or you from whatever hood, whatever nigga lingo you're using, it don't make you tough. I'm telling you. You see these fights online all the time? How these dudes swinging? A lot of them can't fight. We've gone backwards. I grew up, we used to slap box for fun. Y'all remember something called horse playing? That was us younger, testosterone. We had to do shit like that. The girls played double dutch. The girls used to chase the Bell Atlantic. Remember the Bell Atlantic phone guys? You should chase them. He used to give them wires. That was the jump rope for them. That's how they burned out their energy. How do we burn energy? We play ball, or if we just sitting around, bop, throw your hands, throw your hands. We slap boxing, wrestling. You little niggas don't do that anymore. Y'all on your Xbox, your PS4, 5, 6. Y'all fat, out of shape. The girls are fat, out of shape. Y'all got beards at 10 years old. You eating all this fucked up food. Little girls looking like they gave birth to a litter of fucking puppies. They're 12. Fuck out of here. Silver spoon in his mouth. Y'all bitches need to remove the spoons out your mouths. You know what was an accomplishment? The first time when you dunk a basketball outside, not on NBA Jam or whatever the fuck. Know what's an accomplishment for these kids now? Solving Fortnite. Get the fuck out of here. This era is in error. And these motherfuckers grow up and they come in our chats talking. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Nigga.
Shut the fuck up!
I don't want to hear it. That kids are soft. I look at these kids out here, I'm like, yo, man. See that little nigga right there? We'd have beat him up just for looking like that. Pants so tight, they painted on. They look like they painted on, and he has enough to sag his jeans. We'd have just kicked him in his ass just for looking stupid. Nigga, what the fuck? Why you look like that? You know what these kids dress today? Back in the day, that's how the homos dressed in the village. You know where AJ was down there shooting jump shots? That was a gay neighborhood, y'all. Y'all niggas is different. So when I see these dudes, the way they talk, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? The goddamn, everything is there. This Bill Haney shit is solidified it. I said, yo, I've never seen that. The Devin Haney hate, I've never seen anything like this. We spent time protecting the integrity of a lot of black fighters. And I've seen a lot of black fans attack Devin for what exactly? You do know they tried to freeze him out. You do know there was a grand scheme to keep him out of title contention at 135. And he persevered and became not only one champion, but undisputed. And when nobody wanted smoke, he moved on to 140. Now he got another belt, and now y'all want to call him a drug addict? And by the way, he just passed the drug test. So what now? Now he's a weight bully? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all can't hate. I refuse to believe that there's a bunch of niggas that hate the Haneys this much. This unconditional love for Tank comes from where? Because I'm looking at the resume. I'm like, Tank ain't giving me what I want. I didn't even want the Ryan Garcia fight. I knew how that was going to end. I didn't want that shit. But I'm looking at the resume and I'm like, I don't understand. What's really good with you niggas? Oh, he's trying to bring Tank to 140. The man was at 135 for like 9 years. What are we talking about? Listen, and don't get it fucked up. I don't care if you pick Tank to beat Devin. That's not my issue. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I don't care about that. I'm saying, why are they acting like Devin is doing something wrong when he was at the fucking weight for fucking what BFT said? He was at the weight for the last 5 years. Let's go with the last 5 years. 5 years, Tank couldn't have said his name. Tank even went to the UK and fought a British dude. He couldn't squeeze Haney in there anywhere? Or is it because Floyd Sr. said, yo, this kid Haney's the goods? And Floyd went to get Devin first, did he not? And when Devin declined, that's when he went to Tank. Am I lying on that? Do I have that wrong? Let me know. Do I have that wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Don't talk to me. If you're a Tank fan, don't talk to me about what Devin Haney's not doing. He's done it all. Undisputed champ, has millions of dollars, just like Tank, a better resume, and you're falling on your own sword because Tank is the A side and he never said Devin's name. Tony, I agree. I agree with you. 100%. I don't understand. I do, but I don't. You see, a lot of you cats, y'all like that lifestyle. That shit is celebrated. And I keep telling you, stupid niggas. Society would prefer Tank to be in the limelight. You know why? They want to give him everything in hopes that he crashes and burns. The worst thing in the world is for Devin to be doing what he's doing. He's young. He's black. He's Muslim. He has his father in his life. He's well-spoken. That's a no-no. They don't want that. They don't want that. They want Tank in the driver's seat, tatted up, gold teeth, and gets in trouble every now and again with bad English. And you niggas celebrate that. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want niggas like that in the driver's seat because that is what they want to represent us. They want our children, because I'm older than all these kids. They want our kids and our grandkids, Manda Matsumusa salute, to look up to niggas like that. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all got kids? If you were to pick a role model for your kid to follow, let's say your kid's a fighter, and you had to pick a career path with the same level of accomplishments, same lifestyle, are you picking Tank or are you picking Devin Haney? There's no comparison. And if any of you niggas say, well, you know, Tank, please unsubscribe for me because you's a nigga and I don't like you and you're ridiculous. Where's Kramer?
You can talk, you brain now, motherfucker! Close that out, he's a nigger! He's a nigger! He's a nigger!
Oh my God.
A nigger, look, there's a nigger!
That's the type of meltdown I'm having. If your kid wanted to idolize a fighter and his choice was Tank Davis and Devin Haney, in and outside the ring, those are your choices. Don't add to it. Who would you rather your child follow? If you had to make a choice, go on and say Tank. Go ahead. I fucking dare you. Go on and say Tank. Now, when Tank does something wrong, I hold him accountable. When he's done wrong, I speak up on it. I didn't like that shit that y'all know his baby mama tried to get him killed. Once a woman calls the cops on you and she lied, she admitted that she lied on him. She tried to get him killed, y'all. He's young, he's black, he's rich. And she tore that room up and spit on him, and she never let the baby go because she didn't want to catch no two-piece, because you know he hits bitches. Allegedly. Over a car or a truck. He wouldn't let her take the truck or something stupid. And she called the cops and lied. He's beating me! Pro fighter. And two of the whitest cops showed up. Let's not act like that could have went left. So now we also know that he doesn't know how to pick women. Goes to jail, released into the custody of one of his coaches. I don't remember if it was Kenny Ellis or Coach Cal, but how ridiculous is it that a grown-ass man is released into the custody only under the condition that he hangs out with his coach? So I'm gonna ask you again. If your son is boxing and he had an idol, and it was your choice to pick the idol to follow, Tank Davis or Devin Haney, and you're the father, 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 which path would you choose for him to follow? We can go personal life and we can go professional life. Go on and say Tank. Go ahead. I dare you. Go on and say Tank. Show me how ignorant you are. And don't add to the scenario. You ask anybody that question today. If they say Tank, that tells you where they at mentally. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with Tank. You know what I mean? I don't care. I came from the trap too. West Side, Super Blood, Bone, Easy, RIP to the homies. And you 50 years old and you're doing this with gang signs. You 50 years old and you're doing this. You's a grandfather and you all grow the fuck up. God damn. That's the problem. So when I look at you Tonka Tank fans, salute to Elijah Pierce, the Tank Franks. That brother posted that's how ignorant they are. He posted on his gram sparring videos, hard sparring. But if you read it, he was bigging Tank up and thanking him. The Tank Franks ran right in there and started firing shots. They shooting shit up. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Then Tank hit him up. Take the sparring down. Did you read what he said? He was thanking him for giving him a hard sparring session because he learned so much. I had him on the show. You ready? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, Floyd Mayweather, Tank, his fans, y'all niggas can't read. But y'all got a lot of money, though.
Who cares?
Man, fuck y'all. Have a good day. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation to all of y'all. Let me see if see something. Hold up. Salute the Black Boxing Kings and that Cash App. Much love and appreciation, man. And hold on. I think I got a Venmo. Yeah, I think what's this? I don't even know who this is. There's no name. What the hell? Salute to Sherman. Salute, good brother. Man, salute to y'all, man. I think the general's on, right? Let's head over there. Pep talk tonight. I'm about to go all the way in. I'm about to go balls deep on this situation with Lil James Tucker. That poor baby. He's a baby, all right? I'm about to go all the way in. And you sisters, y'all need this tongue lashing. And I ain't talking about licking the box. Enough is enough of that shit, man. Y'all are ridiculous. But don't miss it. Pep Talk tonight, 11 p.m. Tune in. Much love to y'all, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.